YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you. And in a moment, we're going to have a full review of the Endura starter kit from Innokin. But before we do, just a quick update on that starter kit. Innokin got in touch with me, let me know that they are having a few known issues with the black, pink, and blue models of this starter kit. The button on the first batch has the potential to stick. Now, if the button sticks, it can easily be fixed. I have not personally had that problem with this particular starter kit, but Innokin is being proactive and letting everyone who's gotten the starter kit know, and they're replacing them out for their customers and all that. So they're doing their due diligence here, and they're taking care of anyone that's gotten a starter kit that's not functioning properly. But they want to get the word out, let people know about the potential issue. If you have a starter kit, an Endura starter kit that has a button that is sticking, or if it's pink, blue, or black, and it's a first batch and you want it swapped out, they will do that for you, okay? So, enough said, it's an awesome starter kit. Enjoy the review. We have a bit of show and tell to show you in the process. I'm going to show you some of my old Innokin devices from back in the day when I first started vaping. So it's going to be a good review. Hope you enjoy it.
This is an intro. Don't need the intro. I don't need intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show. This is an intro. Don't need the intro. I don't need intro. This is just a vape show. It's just a vape show. Vape show.
YouTube, what is up? I'm your homeboy Josh, back at you with a review of the Innokin Endura T18. Perfect for beginners, great for vapors, optimized power output and tank design deliver amazing flavor and vapor. Long-lasting, easy to change 1000 mAh battery with overheat and safety protection. Easy to top fill, 2.5 milliliter tank made with top quality stainless steel and Pyrex glass. Simply fill with your favorite liquid, click the button, and get ready for a great vape. 14 watt regulated device, and it's a 1000 mAh capacity with a 1.5 ohm coil. 1.5 ohm coil? Yeah, I know it's not a sub-tank, right? I mean, all these companies are coming out with sub-tanks, and you know what? When I started vaping, I didn't have a sub-tank. And I'm not sure I would necessarily recommend a sub-tank to a brand new vapor. Looking back, thinking about, who I was when I first started vaping, I wouldn't have wanted a sub-tank personally. I wouldn't have. It was too much vapor, too much power. It burns through juice a lot faster. This would have been the perfect starter kit when I was starting out. We started with like Vtoxes and all that. Actually, we started with the, cig-a-likes, like so many people do. But pretty fast, when you're using a cig-a-like, you're going to decide it's time to move into more power. And when you do, I don't know if a sub-tank is the right way to go. I'm just being honest with you. I probably would not have chosen a sub-tank for my first, mod, okay? And I didn't. Not that we had them then. We didn't have sub-tanks then. We had Vtox tanks. And with Vtox tanks, we used Ego-style batteries. And Innokin made one of the best Ego-style batteries. This is the iTaste VV device. This ain't gonna look pretty, okay? I don't have the beauty ring. I'm not sure where that is. I had to dig this out of Waffle's vape station, so it's gonna look kind of weird. But this is what this device was like. You click this, and you get the ohms, and you'd click it again, and you'd see the volts that it was set to. And you could, adjust it with this. This was like the best Ego style device that was on the market when we started. And we loved this device. We loved it. They still work today. They still work. Like 2 years later, they're still working. Still working after 2 years. That's Innokin quality right there. Innokin makes some of the best devices on the market, okay? And we quickly moved into the MVPs. And this was Waffles, and we named this one Georgia. I don't remember why. And I had my MVP, and there's a piece of tape on it. Not because there's anything wrong with it, just because she Waffles once bought me this. This is one of only 12. I want to say there was only 10 or 12 of these made. Yeah, these leather style cases for them. There was an Etsy shop that made these, and I'm pretty sure that they're still around. If they are, I'll link them in the description. They were Silly Nilly was the name of them, and we loved their cases. See, this shit still works. This shit still works after all these years. Yeah, it still fires. Still fires. This thing still works after all these years. It still works. That's Innokin quality right there. Okay. We loved the MVP2s so much. We almost went into a little online eBay business, and we were going to sell the MVP2s paired with the Nautilus tanks. That was our kit for like, at one point we used that kit for like 4 or 5 months, I want to say. I mean, we love that kit. That was like the be-all end-all for us. We were content to vape this setup with a Nautilus tank and nothing else forever. Remember this thing? Anyone remember this? Yeah, this was a great device. I loved this device. This was like the first, you know, mass-produced but high-end mod that I got. In a way, you know, there's, you know, the MVP was sort of like the affordable little brother to the VTR at the time. These are like two of the biggest products back in the day, a couple of years ago. That's what we were vaping on. We loved these products. I mean, this shit still works maybe 2 years after I got them. All of them still work. The VV, the MVP, both the MVPs, the VTR, they all still work after that many years vaping. I mean, the Innokin products, quality products is what they were. Yeah, so when they contacted me and asked me if I would review some of their new products, I was like, oh, yeah, I could not wait. And this is no exception. This is 14 watts regulated. No adjustment, nothing. Just a perfect 14 watts on a 1.5 ohm coil. And a top coil, okay? Top coil. You don't see a whole lot of top coil tanks anymore because these days they're all bottom design. And the top coil tanks are generally warmer. Not as warm as, say, a sub tank is, but they give a great vape. And with most top coil heads, you get burnt hits a lot. But this one you don't. This was the most well-designed top coil design there ever was, and they're still using it. That's how good it is. It's the same kind of coil head that came with the tank that came with the VTR. I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it is, but I don't have it anymore. But there's no way to adjust the wattage or anything like that. It's just a simple starter kit. No buttons, nothing, no little wheel or anything like that. Nothing complicated. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the mantra that should be used in discussing new vapors, okay? And it's a mouth-to-lung experience, okay? You don't vape this like you're taking air, okay? You take this like you're smoking a cigarette. You into your mouth, then breathe in. That's what a mouth-to-lung vape is. And that's what a new vapor needs. I don't feel like a new vapor should just dive in with lung hits, okay? This is what it's about for new vapors. Mouth-to-lung. Just like that. That's the experience. Take a pull into your mouth, into your lungs. That's what this device is all about. Everything Innokin puts out is quality. Always has been. Doesn't disappoint. The packaging doesn't disappoint either. I mean, they've got some seriously well thought out packaging for this device. It's an excellent, excellent starter kit. So come on in here. Let me show you what you get with this starter kit. Come on. So new vapors, this is what you want to get right here. If you've gotten sick of the cig-a-like style vape and you're ready to get something with some more power, some more flavor, some more flexibility in your juices and all that, this is what you want to get right here. It's open just like that, and this is a magnetized sort of cover right here. Inside, you got this full-blown diagram showing you all the ins and outs, okay? The first thing you see when you open this thing up. In this box, the Endura T18 1000 mAh vaporizer, T18 tank with coil, extra coil, charging cable, plastic Endura T18 stand. Shows the full breakdown of the mod itself, moving up from the mini USB charging port on up to the body of the mod. Shows you where you push to fire, 3 clicks on or off, 510 threading, and it shows how that coil goes into the threading, how the threading goes into the mod, the coil, the tank, the drip tip, the top cap, everything there breaks it down for you. It shows you how to fill the tank. You want to fill against the side of the tank, which recommends a sort of a needle tip bottle. A dripper bottle works very well too. I haven't had any problem using a dripper bottle to get the juice in there, okay? You want to wait 5 minutes before vaping because you really want to let that juice sink on into the coil, and you do not want to fire if the juice is low, okay? I think, you know, when it's about 3/4, 2/3 of the way empty, that's where you want to juice it up again, to be honest with you. Open this on up here. Yeah. Little package within a package. It says the Endura kit includes Endura T18 vaporizer, Prism T18 tank, micro USB cable, user manual, 1.5 ohm replaceable coil, and Endura vape stand. So there's their cable. And there you got your extra head. Here's our stand. Comes apart like that. And there you go. Assembles up just like that. And you can put this on your bedside table or something, I guess, or your desk at work. Just hold it there for you, I guess. Works very well. You also get some extra O-rings for the tank. This is a very well protected device as well. It has short circuit protection, it has low voltage protection, it's got a 15-second cutoff, it's got over discharge protection, it's got overcharge protection, overheat protection, and vape ball charging. You can use this as a pass-through, so you can actually have this plugged in and then be vaping on it while it's charging. Makes it very convenient. It'll fire from 0.2 to 2.5 ohms with a maximum output wattage of 14 watts. I guess let's go ahead and let's fill this on up. I'll show you how this tank breaks down. There's not a whole lot to look at in the mod itself. It's a spring-loaded 510, which is nice that it's a 510. Some of these starter kits that come out are not 510 threaded. And what's nice about this kit is that it'll fire 14 watts on pretty much any 510 threaded atomizer out there, okay? It's got spring-loaded 510, which is nice and easy. That means you don't have to use like a screwdriver to bring that up or push that down or anything like that. Just automatically adjusts for you. These little divots over here on the where the atomizer sits, those are for your airflow. Airflow comes in from the bottom. So basically what needs to happen is that airflow is going to travel through that little divot there underneath the tank into there. That little hole over there, that's where you're getting your airflow. And over there on the other side too. That's where your airflow comes from on this device, and that's why these little sections are cut out here, okay? Let's break down the tank. And that's how our tank breaks down into 4 pieces, just like that. Here's our tank section. Top screws in just like this. And here is our base section. The coil head does not screw into the base, as is common with many other tank-style devices these days. Instead, what it does, you see there is sort of an odd shape to the bottom of that coil. It kind of lines up with a shape over here. See how that works? So these two walls here, and those line up with these sort of little cutouts here. It just goes in just like that. Locks into place there. Okay? And then you take your base, screw it on just like that. That's how you change this coil. It's a little different than a lot of the other coils out there in the market. And filling it, super easy. Just unscrew the top. You don't even have to take it off your mod to do this. And it seals up just like that. That's all there is to it with filling this guy. The drip tip is plastic that it comes with. Works fine for what it is. Nothing special about it. Comfortable. And fire it. That's it. So that's the Innokin Endura T18 vaporizer with the Prism T18 tank. I'll see you guys on up there. We'll vape on it. We'll talk about it. But this is an excellent mod. It reminds me of vaping on a cigar with the size, the way it feels in the hand. It's just a great vape. I like that I can take a good long pull on this. It's a good long warm pull. That's what's really nice about top coil atomizers. They have excellent flavor and excellent heat. And that's because instead of the atomizer being all the way down here and having to travel up the chamber, it's just sitting right there by the top, right by your lips. I mean, it's just very small distance between your mouth and that vape. So it's going to be nice and warm. It's going to be very flavorful. And the way that this coil head works, it handles the heat very, very well. It takes a lot to burn this guy. I can take a good long pull on this device before I feel like anything's burning, before I feel like I'm worried that it's going to yield a dry hit. It's very hard to get a dry hit with this particular coil head. This coil head was great 2 years ago. It's great now. Nothing's changed. It's excellent. I mean, it's not a cloud machine, you know, it's not, but that's not what it's about for a new vapor, okay? New vapor doesn't need a big, you know, sub-ohm kit, if you ask me. They don't need something that's going to fire at, you know, 80 watts, 100 watts. I wouldn't have wanted that as a new vapor. I was content with this style of vape for the longest time. And I worked into, you know, sub tanks very, very slowly, and then from sub tanks I very quickly went into RDAs, and from there I haven't looked back. But for a new vapor, I couldn't recommend this thing more. This has been a treat to use, and it's Innokin. It's Innokin. That's all I really got to say. It's quality. It's a great vape, and you can pull it for a good long time. And that might not be the way you want to vape it. I don't know. I like taking a good long pull at it. You know, a newer vapor, maybe you just need a short pull like this. And that's it. That's fine. Don't be ashamed of your cloud. Never be ashamed of your cloud, okay? For me, I like a good long pull on this because it's really warm and it's really flavorful. And it's an excellent vape like that. Excellent. I've honestly been using this on a daily basis since I've got it about, I don't know, a week ago, I want to say. I've been using it on a daily basis. I've put a bunch of tanks through here, run a bunch of tanks through it, full of juice, and I keep going back to it. Like, I will use this in bed just because I like the vape on it. And I haven't vaped on something like this in a long time. It's been a couple years since I had, you know, just a 1.5 ohm coil on something. Excellent vape. For what it is, for a starter kit, the vape's at 14 watts and vape's a 1.5 ohm coil. For the new vapor who's not ready to jump right in with a sub tank or with RDAs or with a mod that can go up to 120 watts, this is the perfect device for you. Okay? Perfect. Can't recommend it more highly. All right. Till next time, I'm your homeboy Josh. Vape on, vapors.